So I wanted to talk a little bit, just very briefly, about an option that you have for canning that is really good. You can utilize this option if you have a pressure cooker and a commercial grade vacuum sealer like this unit right here, which I utilize. It's not the cheapy kind you can buy like at Walmart. This is a commercial grade professional vacuum sealer, and it's a chamber sealer. You cannot do this with the little air pump type that you buy at Walmart or Fred Meyer. So what I wanted to share with you is a technique that I use called retort bag canning. This is a retort bag. It's the same type of foil and polypropylene plastic bag that you can buy canned tuna fish in. They make soups, sauces, that sort of thing. You can buy it at the grocery store. It's just the same material. It's not Mylar. You cannot do this with Mylar, but it's the same foil and plastic layered bag. And the reason I really like it is if you're preparing a larder for a just-in-case situation, here in the Northwest, a real possibility is an earthquake. And all those glass jars that you've got, they're going to break like crazy. So that's not just the only thing you have to be considering. When you do a retort bag pack like this short rib that's in here, you have a flexible, essentially jar, and you can toss this in your backpack, you can toss this in your lunchbox, and it's like a meal ready to eat, except you've made it. You don't have to buy it at military surplus. And the thing I really like about that is if you want to just grab something and go in the field, you can't just toss a jar in your backpack. If you wanted to have a whole dinner, there's no way you're going to be able to pack a bunch of jars. And so this is an option that I really like. These bags cost 25 to 50 cents a piece depending on the size. So it's not cheap, but it is convenient, and I really like that. So let's talk a little bit about it. I just have a short rib here that I've rubbed with a bit of salt and pepper and just a custom spice blend, garlic powder and that sort of thing. And I'm going to show you the process here. It's really easy. It's just like as if we were using a canning jar, except we're using this retort bag and the vacuum packer. So since I only have one hand available, I'm going to put this short rib in this bag, and then I'll show you the vacuum packer running. Okay, now I've packed the short rib in the bag here, and you can see it down in there. And then I wiped the lip of the bag with a wet rag, just as if you were doing a canning jar, all right? Because as in a canning jar, if you have oil and grime on the lip, you have the potential of having a seal failure. Okay, now I've loaded my bag into my vacuum sealer. This particular unit here has a special type of seal bar, which is a double sealing bar. You have to have a heavy-duty heat seal bar in order to do this. And I can put a link if you're interested in where I bought this unit. They are not cheap, but I do a lot of my own processing of my own meat animals, chickens, turkeys, beef, lamb, and hogs. And so I used commercial seal bags to put those together, and it's well worth it for me. Comes in very, very handy, and those little gimmicky store vacuum packers, they aren't for me. If you use them, that's great, but I prefer to have an industrial model like this. All right, so I've loaded my bag up. I just close it. Now I've already done the programming here of the vacuum sealer, and this isn't about that. It's just about how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and fire it off, and you can see a vacuum is formed. This is the percent vacuum, and we're going to evacuate 99% of the air out of this meat and bag. And then that heat seal bar comes up, it fires off, we open it up. Now we can check our seal. This unit here makes a double seal, so you can actually see right here, there are actually 2 seals that go across, and that's really handy. So let's see, you can see it a little bit better on this side. There are actually 2 heat seals that totally seal the bag in, and you can see kind of in here, I can sort of flex it around a little bit. You can actually see our meat. And then there's this little foil tear tab, just like you get at the store, that little indentation. When you want to eat this, you just tear it open and can eat it. So I'm now just going to put these into my pressure canner, just like so. Notice you can't do this with a jar, can you? Anyway, we're going to process as normal. For meat like this, I do 90 minutes at 15 pounds of pressure. That's the recommended amount. Use your discretion, use your information, use common sense. That's retort bag canning.